People often assume that certain topics fall outside the boundaries of academic inquiry because they seem too outlandish or poorly documented. We tend to judge the legitimacy of a field by the creature or phenomenon it investigates, instead of the tools used to examine the evidence. If we look at the search for elusive hominids, we see a persistent effort to apply systematic observation and technical recording equipment. This creates a tension between the cultural reputation of the subject and the actual rigor applied by those gathering data in the field. Bigfoot research is like a wildlife camera trap set up in a forest that contains no animals, because the failure to capture a subject does not invalidate the precision of the equipment or the accuracy of the deployment. Scientific integrity concerns the application of standardized protocols to ensure that measurements remain consistent and repeatable. When investigators utilize high-resolution thermal imaging or DNA sequencing on environmental samples, they follow established technical procedures designed to minimize human error. The quality of the output depends on whether the researcher adheres to strict control variables and avoids confirmation bias during the collection phase. If the process remains transparent and the data undergoes peer review, the investigation meets the requirements of empirical inquiry regardless of the target. Science does not define itself by the existence of the discovery, but by the reliability of the methods used to search for information. This distinction prevents researchers from dismissing investigations based on prejudice, focusing instead on whether the documented evidence holds up under scrutiny. Consider a team of biologists who travel to a remote mountain range to document reports of an undocumented primate species. They bring specialized recording devices, maintain detailed logs of their observations, and collect hair samples for laboratory analysis. These researchers follow the same protocols they would use for studying known animals, ensuring that each piece of evidence is tagged with GPS coordinates and timestamps. They publish their findings in a format that allows other experts to replicate their search parameters and verify the authenticity of the collected samples. Even if they return home without a clear photograph or a verified biological specimen, their work remains grounded in a structured framework. They document the negative results with the same level of detail as they would a positive encounter. This approach demonstrates that the methodology remains consistent even when the subject proves difficult to observe. The focus stays on the accuracy of the data collection process, creating a standard that anyone can evaluate through logical analysis of the methodology. My perspective on this issue centers on the idea that the internal logic of a research program matters more than the reputation of its goal. We frequently make the mistake of conflating the probability of a discovery with the quality of the investigation. If a group of people applies rigorous standards to search, their work deserves evaluation based on those standards alone. I find it intellectually dishonest to ignore well-documented methods simply because the conclusion seems unlikely to most observers. Science requires an open mind toward the process, provided that the participants remain committed to falsifiability and transparency. When we shift our focus to the validity of the gathered information, we remove the emotional baggage that usually clouds discussions about fringe topics. This allows us to treat every inquiry as a potential contribution to our understanding of the world, even if the final result remains inconclusive. I believe that maintaining this distinction helps us protect the integrity of scientific inquiry from becoming a tool for social gatekeeping. By prioritizing the validity of the data over the nature of the object, we create a more inclusive and objective environment for all types of exploration. How might our understanding of human knowledge change if we evaluated the process of discovery independently from the outcome of the search? We often find ourselves trapped in a habit of judging the validity of a pursuit based on its cultural popularity or its perceived likelihood of success. By stepping back and looking at the mechanics of inquiry, we gain a clearer view of what constitutes a serious investigation. The next time you encounter a topic dismissed as fringe, pay closer attention to the methods involved in the study. Are we witnessing a genuine attempt to uncover new facts, or is the dismissal based solely on our own assumptions about what is